The video Courage is a man who speaks about the virtue of courage and tries to define what it means. He states that courage is a virtue that means overcoming fear and doing what is right. Many people in the past have defined courage and have showed us how to live by it and through it and what it meant to them, so we can take on what it means to us and try to define what exactly courage is. The first example is a philosopher and a writer named Aristotle. Aristotle stated that courage is overcoming fear. Plain and simple. If we overcome our fear, we have courage. The second example is Gandhi, who was a leader of many nations. Gandhi teaches us that courage is leading nations to do what is right. Thus, if we look to Gandhi, we can all somehow become leaders and lead people to do what is right. This is what Gandhi teaches us and what he has showed us through his life. The third example is the ancient Greek god Leonidas, who went to war against nations. Leonidas teaches us that courage is fighting for what you believe in, fighting a battle in order to come out with a result that is what you believe is right. This video talks about these three people, and it also talks about how we can see courage in even more people throughout history. Courage is shown in past presidents, in past philosophers, just as this example shows us. So if we look to them, we might be able to define what courage is and to see how we should live our lives through courage. It also talks about the fact that courage is in the eye of the beholder. It's not the same to everybody, just as beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Courage is taking our past experiences and everything that we've been through in life to try to see what overcoming fear really means. Because if courage means overcoming fear, then we can live by courage through overcoming our fears, through leading people, and through being virtuous and honest. That's having courage. Does having courage mean a man who is afraid of hell goes out and kills thousands of children in order to defy his fear of hell? No, that's not what it means. Courage is doing what is right, not doing what is wrong just to prove a point that you have no fear, but it's overcoming your fear of doing something to prove a point, to prove that you are virtuous and that you are honest and that you want to do what is right. You have the courage to do what is right. So does courage mean being pro-choice or pro-life? That's not up for the world to decide. There's not one set definition. That's up to what you believe, what your virtues are, what you think is right. You can look upon your past experiences to define courage, to try to define fear in order to know what getting over that fear is. So, courage is being brave. It's doing what you believe is right. It's conquering your fear and leading nations. It's fighting for what you believe in. We can learn through these examples of past philosophers, past leaders, past fighters. We can try to understand what courage is. If we understand from our past experiences and we look inside others and inside ourselves, maybe we can understand what courage is, and we can try to define it, and we can try to live with courage and teach others what courage is. Courage is a virtue that we all must have, that we all must be able to conquer our fears and to live by courage and to do what is right.